Okay, so the sound quality on this video is really awful, so I've had to do a narration over the top of it. This is from the Barely Legal series. We're going to do like a Kimura double wrist lock to scissors choke. Now the scissors choke really does work. Okay, so I'm setting up here in dorsal fin position. So I've got to my double wrist grab. I'm sat on his head and I'm holding this tight here. Normally I would have my chest on his elbow, pushing his elbow over his back. I can't undo his grip, he's really, really strong. I need to swing him around my head if I want to get this arm out. So the Kimura is not working, alright? Or the double wrist lock's not working if you're a catch wrestler. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive everything forward. So any moment now in this video, I'm going to start to drive everything forward. And I push and I lift his head. And as I lift his head, I slice my shin underneath his neck. This at this point is not nice for Jack at all, okay? So all I do is just slice the shin underneath his neck. And I place the heel normally on his jawline, and then I sit back on the heel. Now, that's really uncomfortable for Jack already. He's not in a happy place in the slightest. Okay, it's very uncomfy. He'll be wiggling around and trying to escape from there and probably calling me names and not being my friend and knocking me off his Christmas card list and things like that. My elbow's driving into his ribs, making his life a misery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall to the ground. My head hits first and then my hips. What I've done with my top leg is I've hooked it around his jaw and I hook my bottom foot underneath the calf, the top foot underneath the calf of my bottom foot. Alright, so I formed like a triangle with my thigh at the bottom and the knee across his chin, and then I slide my foot up the shin, and that's what causes the compression on the carotid arteries and causes the choke. Alright, so I'm actually holding him down by holding his wrist onto his belly with the double wrist lock, and I'm applying the choke with my knee. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show it from the other side. Here we go again. I set up with my double wrist lock, my Kimura. I'm keeping my chest weight onto his elbow, keeping it past. I lift his head, I slice my shin underneath. See where my heel is? It's right on his jawline. He will move his head away from that, which will give me access to his neck. I bring my knee so that it encapsulates his chin, because that's going to form the V part of the triangle that's going to cut off the two carotid arteries. I then use my head first to hit the floor as a post, and then I bring my knee underneath his chin nice and tight, holding his wrist on his belly so that he can't move around too much and keeping that tight. I put my foot underneath the calf, and then to apply the choke, I slide my foot down the calf. Okay, and you can see how that really quickly puts the choke in. He can't move, he's held there quite well. The only difficulty with this position is that if he escapes, say he separates the legs or something like that, then he gets top control. So I can finish with the Kimura if he wiggles around, and I can finish with the choke if not. Well, I hope that helps. It was a fun move and it is barely legal.